It is incredibly important for every human being to have one person that sees the good and believes in the potential that that person has. And school teachers are accountable for a lot of kids. But when you can have a mentor that invests time, invests in you, and helps you see sometimes what you don't see in yourself, it gives you a purpose and a focus and helps you develop the skills to be the best that you can be. What makes me the most proud in the Omaha Public Schools is the community that we serve. When you look at the demographics of our children that we serve and our families that we serve, we're second to none. And we do that with an ethic of care, we do that with dignity and respect, and we make sure that everybody that comes through our doors is treated with respect and that they understand that we're here and we're champions of not just their children, but of their success as well.
I've known Lisa for a few years. She knows firsthand what a lot of our families and students are going through, and she always centers that in decisions and when she talks and when we have conversations and when we're making plans. That really is at the forefront of her mind.
I would say that my passion comes from my own experiences. When I think of young people, I think of myself. Growing up in poverty, attending 11 different schools due to eviction, being a special education student myself because of the barriers that were faced in our home. I think of Miss Johnson and my mentor who had a tremendous impact in my life. I met Fred when I was delivering the South Omaha Sun newspaper, and I was fascinated by the bag of softballs, gloves, and bats that he had on his back porch. And I had said, maybe sometime we could play catch. And he said, sure. Unbeknownst to him, 20 minutes later, I became his shadow for the next 30 years. He would always tell me, there's nothing you can do about today or yesterday. You've got to make new history. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it count.
Lisa can meet with somebody who is escalated in trauma, and she just can really listen and be with them. And I see her make that difference whether she's talking with a child, whether she's talking with a parent or family member who's scared or concerned about their child, and I can see her do that with our staff. She is truly genuine in her care for others, wanting to understand their perspective and then help them to move forward.
A few weeks ago, I was out at the Westroads Mall. This young man was over on the left register, and we made eye contact, and he came over and he said, do you remember me? I said, of course I do. And I told him, you know, what are you doing? And he said, I'm really trying to get my life together. And I said, well, you know, son, I grabbed his face and I looked him in the eyes and I said, you were always a smart young man and you have it within you to be great. And he said, you know, I really need some good in my life. And he said, it was meant for me to run into you today. And so we set up a time to meet, and we're working on some things to help him get his life back on track.
I think that Lisa Utterback demonstrates what it means to be a leader. I think that she is very uplifting. I think that Utterback does a great job of being candid in a very respectful way, always pushing me to the next level, giving me something to think about, and really has reminded me to be an advocate for myself, my school, and my students.
Her work ethic and how she supports the community and the students and the diversity of Omaha Public Schools and encapsulates what we're about is serving children and their families. Everything she stands for and everything that she does in the community perpetuates exactly the mission and the vision of Omaha Public Schools, and then you can tell her leadership skills. She says what she means and she means what she says.
It is important to put kids first because they are what matter. When we impact the lives of children, we are impacting the lives of generations to come that we don't even know exist. And our job is to make things better for the people that we serve.